Hi and welcome to Azure Relay Hybrid Connection tutorial, bridging cloud and on-premise securely. We are going to expose an on-premise SQL Server to an Azure web app without opening a single inbound firewall port, or configuring a VPN or modifying your network topology. No VPN required, no inbound firewall rules, outbound only connection. In today's demo, we are opening our web application which is deployed to app services in Azure, and then send a request to our database, which is an on-premise network. And this request goes through Azure Relay, which has a WebSocket connection to the listener application, which is installed or running on the on-premise server. What we are going to build today is a complete working solution and cloud web app that queries an on-premise SQL Server through Azure Relay, deployed under a few minutes. So it's just a really easy setup that you can tackle this problem. We are going to discuss about relay concepts and the portal setup. I'm going to show you in this example how you can set this up, and also we will go through the code, which we have two applications, the listener code and also our web application code, which is going to be deployed in the Azure App Services. Okay, let's see why we should use Azure Relay. Many organizations have data locked inside private networks. Making it reachable from the cloud traditionally requires VPNs, ExpressRoutes, or firewall exceptions. Azure Relay is a lighter weight alternative. What is the core mechanism of Azure Relay? The on-premise listener dials outbound to Azure Relay over WebSocket's port 443. The relay service holds this connection open. When your cloud app needs data, it sends the request through that waiting connection. The key insight here is that the on-premise side always initiates. Azure Relay is a rendezvous broker. It never stores your data address. We should consider using Azure Relay when no VPN budget or team membership is there. A single service or API is going to be exposed. Rapid proof of concept needed. Firewall changes are blocked by policy. Exposing individual TCP endpoints. We can use any language or framework on-premise. And when we should consider the alternatives is that the entire subnet need Azure VNet access. Sub-milliseconds latency is critical. Compliance requires a dedicated circuit. Many services need blanket network access, or you already have ExpressRoute in place. We have two types of relays, which is the VCF relay latency, which use full VCF endpoint exposure, still supported, but best for migrating existing VCF services to Azure without rewriting them. The recommended hybrid connection is basically using WebSocket protocol and works with any languages or framework. This is what we will going to use in this example. I go to the other tab, which I'm going to show you what we are going to build today through the setup. So let's zoom in a little bit. And here, as you can see, first we have our on-premise side, which has the connection manager installed on it, and its connection manager is going to open a WebSocket to the hybrid connection endpoint, which is based on Azure Service Bus. And then our web app is going to send a request to this relay, and this request basically again goes to the manager, and manager will query the database and return the result. Okay, so let's first discuss about this section, and I'm going to show you what we will have in our on-premise setup. So I open data grep, which is showing my local database, which is running in my local machine, and I'm going to use my local machine as an on-premise setup. So here in this database, in this database server, I have a database which is called Bookshop, and under this Bookshop, I have a users table, and this users table have four columns: ID, name, age, and birthday, which if we query now, we have 2 records inside this table. As you can see here, we have Sherwin and Jack, and we are going to use these records in our example. In our solution, we have 2 projects, which is called Azure Relay Listener, which is the one we run in our Promise machine, and also we have the Azure Relay Sample, which is the web application, which I'm going to discuss in a minute. So inside this application, which is a console application, we have only one file, program file, and I'm going to walk you through the code so we will understand what is happening here. In this part of the code, until here, there are some configurations that we need to add when we create our resources, which I am going to describe it later. But here at line 19, we have our connection to our SQL database, which is in my local host, and the database is Bookshop, which I showed you earlier. And here we are going to open a connection to the relay, secure connection to the relay. And there are some events that you can basically subscribe to and do something if you want. And also here we are going to listen to our request, and based on that we are going to open a SQL connection, because here we are expecting to get an SQL statement. And we open a SQL connection, we run the connection, and we just go through the records and create some sort of JSON string, and then we will return it to the caller, and that's it. Okay, let's go to the top, and for saving the time, I already created these resources in the Azure, and I'm going to show you also how you can do that. But besides that, I'm also going to show you how you can fill up these configurations here. Here I am logged in Azure portal, and I have here a resource group called Azure Relay, which contains of an Azure Relay, which is called Sherwin Relay, and also an web application. So for creating an Azure Relay, you just need to here find Relay, and basically this one, and you can create one. It's very straightforward. You just choose your resource group, you give it a name and also the location. Okay, now let me show you how you can find the configurations. Inside the basically relay, after the deployment is finished, you will come to this page, and in this page you are going to need to create a hybrid connection, which is also quite simple. So you just give it a name and then create. After you create the hybrid connection, you can go to the hybrid connection here, and here you can see this hybrid connection has a name. In my case, it is called SQL example. And this connection currently doesn't have any listener, so no application is connected to this listener right now. We have also here our shared access policies, which currently has the route manage shared access policy. I'm going to click on it. But for your use case, you can create 2 other one, which is only can be the send or listener write based on your application. And here we have a key, primary key, which are going to be used in our configuration. And also this is the basically the connection of our application to the relay. And I'm going to show you where you can add those ones exactly. So this is the your relay name .servicebus windows.net, And this is the connection name, which I already showed you, and the name of the key, which is going to be used here. We just use in our example only the root because to keep it simple, and also the key, the primary key, is going to be here. And one note is that as soon as I run this application now, we are going to see that there will be a connection to the relay. So let's wait for the application to come up. So the application is up, and as we can see in the logs, we are online, which comes from this line 28, and also the server is listening. So let's see the portal if we are connected. And if I basically go to our hybrid connections, we can see that now this number is 1, which we have one listener to this hybrid connection. Okay, now let's move on and see what we need to do in the Azure side of the thing. So if we see the picture again, here we have our relay set up, and we saw already the hybrid connection manager and also the SQL Server. Now I'm going to show you the web app. So I will bring up Rider again, and let's check what we have here. So in the Azure Relay sample, let's first see our settings, what we have. So we have the relay namespace, the same as our manager application. We have the connection name again, the key name and the key, everything the same. Then we have here a service in our services folder, relay query service. And this service basically is responsible for sending the request to the relay. We are getting the configurations here, and this method query async has a string parameter, which is the SQL statement. We are going to get this from text area in the web page, and then we are going to open a secure connection and send this request basically from this code to our relay. And then we are processing the result and showing it in the web page, which I'm going to show you in a minute. In our program file, nothing special is going on, only the registration of our service, relay query service. And in our page, in the index HTML in section, we have a form which just has an text area, and we just here write a query statement and we just submit it, which comes here in the onPost async method, and we just call this service, which I showed you already before, and then we show the result here. That's it. Of course, this is a very simple example, but it shows the power, and you can use this technique to build your own use cases. You can have very much more complicated data sources or services that you want to expose. Okay, let's go to the portal. I already deployed the web app here, which is in the free tier, and I will show you how you can do that. So from here, we create a web app and we choose the resource group. We give it a unique name, and here the stack is .NET 10, and the pricing tier, you can basically, let me also choose this one. And also your region you can define here, which is close to you, and your service plan basically as you wish. In my case is the free F1, which is enough for the example, and the other things here, everything remains as it is, as default, and you can go on and create. Also for the deployment, if I open the Rider, here I have Azure extension installed, and here you can log in to your subscription, and you can see the list of your resources, and you can basically find your web application and deploy it through this menu. Or if you are using Visual Studio, with Visual Studio, basically if I bring it to the other window, here you can click on your web application and click publish, and through these steps you can create a publish profile, which is Azure in this case for us, and we are going to deploy to Azure App Service Windows. And here you need to also log in, and then this wizard will show you all your available app services. In our case it is this one, and then you just basically next, and you want to publish it through the XML file, not with the CI/CD, and you finish, and then the publish profile will be created for you. I am going to show you the application which is running locally in my case. I open again Rider, and let's go to the Explorer, right click, and let's see what we have locally. So the application is running on my local host port 5097, and we can test it. So if I write my query statement, select star from users table, and I run this via Azure Relay, and as you can see, we have our 2 records in a JSON array appearing in this label. So let's test this also in our Azure environment. So if I go back to App Services, and open this URL, we should be able also to see the results from users table. As you can see, it was also successful. So this application which is running on Azure doesn't have any connection to our on-premise network or system, just the Relay connection manager. By the way, in the Azure portal, don't forget to add the environment variable which I showed you in the configuration file. If you would like to make your Azure Relay secure inside your network, basically you can go to the Relay page, and inside the networking, here you can set up a private endpoint connection for your Relay. And if you are interested about networking, you can definitely watch these 2 videos regarding to DNS setup, global and private in Azure. And I would like to thank you for watching, and hopefully see you in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye.